I really remember move-in day freshman year like it was yesterday. First of all, hills, what a concept. I was struck by how beautiful the campus was, and something that was really interesting to me was that I was meeting people immediately in my freshman dorm who are from all over the world and all over the country, and I was realizing these are the people that I'm going to spend my 4 years with. Hi, my name's Grayson Armour. I'm currently studying aerospace computational engineering and pursuing a co-terminal master's degree in aeronautics and astronautics, and I'll be graduating this spring with the class of 2023. My family lives on a dairy farm in southern Illinois. I actually grew up in the same house that my dad grew up in and his dad before him grew up in. Back home there is very little light pollution, so every night when you go outside you can see the Milky Way like very clearly across the sky. You can just see space very clearly. So I'd always been interested in spaceflight and aerospace engineering. I had applied to a couple public schools, a couple state schools. I actually got Stanford's acceptance first out of all of the schools that I'd applied to, and it came with such a generous financial aid package. That made the decision really easy for me. I just figured, okay, if it's the cheapest option and it's Stanford, like might as well take it. So my freshman spring, I get an email on a random email list saying that a Dr. Ellen Ochoa is coming to campus to speak to students. It was so cool being able to hear her talk about how she got from a position I'm in right now to becoming an astronaut and becoming the director of human spaceflight for NASA. It was really awesome for me too, after her talk, going up to her and shaking her hand, introducing myself, and her being interested in who I am and what I was passionate about and what I wanted to do. That day was probably a pivot moment in my entire life/career where I decided that I was going to pull all stops and reach for the stars, pun intended. Music has always been a huge part of my life. When I came to Stanford, I wanted to continue and was lucky enough to get into the harmonics because that has really been my best friend group on campus. I also recently joined a band called General Consumption. We've been gigging all around campus at different houses, different university events. We just did Battle of the Bands last weekend. But the most defining experience of my Stanford career was definitely being the 43rd Stanford tree. I think overall the tree is very emblematic of the Stanford mentality of being an individual and thinking outside of the box and not living within the constraints that are put upon you as much as, you know, being yourself and being creative and trying new things out. So currently I'm applying to the US Navy. I would love to apply my aero-astro degree to being a test flight engineer, and ultimately my dream is to end up at NASA working with human spaceflight in some capacity. That's my passion, that's what I want to be doing. Here on campus, it's just very present in people's minds that we have a position of privilege being here at Stanford, and we're going to come out with a degree that is going to take us places, but that it is our responsibility and our moral obligation in a lot of ways to use that degree and use these experiences to make the world a better place. That's just been something super important to me that I will take with me for the rest of my life.